Mr. Tahi.
Chairman, I'm a little confused at the moment. My understanding is Ms. Khan is drafting a directive from my understanding, yet I received the email and it's an amendment to the legislation. So can we get clarification on what specifically we're doing with legislation 0158-2, whether we're going to amend the entire legislation or are we going to issue a directive? Back to you, Chairman.
Honorable Daniels had requested a directive to have the church continue to operate without any disruption. And it is our understanding that churches continue to operate without any interruption. So the Grace Bible Church at Red Lake is not going to stop operating because we tabled this legislation. But Honorable Daniels just wanted to make sure that they continue operating. But Ms. Khan recommended that perhaps we could have an amendment to the legislation, and that's what we're doing at this time.
Mr. Chair, this is Mariana Khan again.
Ms. Khan?
Mr. Tahi brings up a very good point, and I do need to change that to a directive. I am very sorry about the confusion. I do need to change that to a directive. I do need a few more minutes.
Thank you, Ms.
Okay,
Khan.
thank you
for making that
Mr.
clarification.
Tahi?
Yes. Yes, Chairman.
I was just recognizing you.
Oh, yes. Thank you for that clarification, Ms. Khan, because that was my concern as well. Because I've seen the email that you sent, but it does say an amendment to the legislation. There was no directive in it. So that's the reason why I was confused on what's going on. And I'm glad you caught that too now. And we're making those corrections. Thank you so much. Back to you, Chairman.
Thank you. Ms. Khan, so are we ready to go with this legislation? And then
Yes.
we can go to the directive after.
And it is my understanding that the legislation will be tabled and a directive will be issued with regard to this particular, the church.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you.
Honorable members of the Resource and Development Committee, a Kodi church gi do on ne hodon nistan de nas on nisto lehigi o directive iliago ha abiga a co table of seko that but don't need a co at this time shanand anasenigi you can make a motion to table this legislation and then entertain a directive to keep the church operational. In the meantime, we will go back to the church site and mission site regulations and have that approved. Churches again. But with this legislation, we can just go ahead and table it, and we do need to approve the regulations, but we will also approve the directive that the church continue to operate. So back to you at this time, Honorable Daniels. That's a data table again.
Mr. Chair, I'll go ahead and make that motion to table the legislation. After that, I'll make another motion for directive. Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Honorable Daniels made a motion to table legislation 0158-22. In the meantime, while we wait for the legislation that is requested to be drafted to cover all churches for the regulations, after approving the tabling, HA directive to, there's a motion to table. Is there a second? Is there a second? One twice. Mr. Tahi, are our colleagues still on the call with us?
Chair, yes, you have Delegate Thomas Walker, Delegate Herman Daniels, Delegate Mark Freeland, and Delegate Stewart on the call.
Okay,
Chairman, I'll second
good.
Stewart.
Honorable Stewart, thank you. Just to make sure. So we'll go ahead and vote on the tabling motion. There's no discussion. Honorable Vice Chair Walker, how do you vote?
Chairman, I vote green.
Thank you. Honorable Begay? Honorable Daniels?
Green.
Thank you. Honorable Freeland? Honorable Freeland? Honorable
Chairman, I
Stewart?
have a point of privilege and I'll vote green.
What is your point of privilege?
Does this amendment include the directive to allow the church to keep operating?
Honorable Freeland, there's no amendment. This is only a tabling motion, and after that, there'll be another motion to provide a directive for the church to continue operating.
Okay, green. Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Honorable Stewart?
Green.
Thank you. Honorable Begay? We have a vote of 4 in favor, 0 opposed. Chair not voting. Motion carries on the tabling motion. Honorable
votes green.
Honorable Begay votes green. That changes the vote to 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Chair not voting. Motion carries on the tabling motion of legislation 0158-22. At this time, Honorable Daniels, you're welcome to make a motion to have the directive language read into the record, and then we can vote on it.
Mr. Chair, narrate the directive motion that this case. I'll have someone from the officer or he does the same for the teacher. Chair.
Is there a second on the directive?
Chairman, this is Thomas Walker. I second.
Thank you, Honorable Vice Chair Walker. Mr. Tahi, could you read the directive language into the record, please?
Chair, members of RDC, the directive reads as follows for legislation 0158-22. Directive regarding the continued operation of the Red Lake Grace Bible Church. The Navajo Nation Resources and Development Committee hereby directs the Navajo Nation Division of Natural Resources, the Navajo Business Regulatory Office, and all Navajo Nation departments and Navajo Nation entities that the Red Lake Grace Bible Church be permitted to continue to operate to its terms and conditions. Chair, members of RDC, that is the directive read into the record for legislation 158-22. Back to you, Chair.
Thank you. Honorable members of RDC, do you have any questions or comments on the directive? I hear none. Honorable Vice Chair Walker, how do you vote?
I vote green.
Thank you. Honorable Begay? Honorable Daniels?
Green.
Thank you. Honorable Freeland?
I vote green.
Thank you. Honorable Stewart?
Green.
Thank you. Honorable Begay? We have a vote of 4 in favor, 0 opposed. Chair not voting. Motion carries on. Honorable Keelan Begay votes green. The vote changes to 5 in favor, 0 opposed. Chair not voting. Motion carries on the directives. Thank you, Honorable Paul Begay.
Yes, Chair. Thank you for that your action from the Resource and Development Committee. I would like to. The church, Grace Bible Church, is asking for a written document that they can have at their site in case the entities that I mentioned, like NTUA and EPA, in case they ask questions, they'll have verification that such an action had taken place and approved at Resource and Development Committee. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Begay. Your request will be honored. Mr. Tahi will send you the directive language to you, and you can send it to your agent, Ms. Brown. So thank you. Honorable members of RDC, let's take a recess for 15 minutes. I need to take care of some stuff real quickly and get something to eat as well. So let's take a 15-minute break. We'll come back at 3:30. Thank you. So we'll come back at 3:30.
I'm sorry, Shinat Ani Ato. May I speak again? This is Jamie Brown Espling.
Who's this?
That is Ms. Brown from Grace Bible Church.
Okay, Ms. Brown, we went ahead and approved a directive to have your church continue to operate, and until when we approve the final legislation for all the churches' regulations. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I want to express my gratitude. Thank you very much, and thank you for sending the official document as well. We will add that to our documents. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Ms. Brown, and we certainly appreciate you reading the scriptures to us. God bless you and your congregation there. Hakona.
Members of RDC, Honorable Paul Begay and Ms. Khan, thank you again for all your work. Thank you.
Thank you. We're going to recess till 3:30. We'll come back